So we are Two Broads Abroad. I'm Renee.
I'm Sandra.
We retired and sold everything, and we are now traveling the world.
Have been for 7 months.
I think so.
Yeah.
And we are making numerous questionable decisions, so you don't have to.
Come and learn with us.
And we're learning a lot. So we're going to talk about our trip to Indonesia. And we went to Bali. Little known fact, we went from Australia, and it's actually cheaper to fly to Bali from Australia than it is to fly most places in Australia. And you were saying if you go up to Darwin, which is very north.
Yeah, the northernmost part, it's seemingly, it's just, the price of a bus ticket. It's, it's really inexpensive to get there. A lot of people, we met people there that were from that area, that go for the weekend.
So when we got to Bali, we actually had an IHG Holiday Inn Express lined up in Baruna, Bali. And also we put a lot of our items on the IHG card. We also buy points when they have buy one, get one. And they do those usually once, sometimes twice a year.
Yeah.
And so we actually used our points to stay. The Holiday Inn Express would have been $53 a night, but if you stay for 4 days, you get your fourth night free. And that's whether you use points or not. Another bonus is if you book with points, you can cancel and get your points back.
Yeah, so it's if you're planning ahead, it's really useful because you can plan around trips. If you know you're going to be in a certain city, you can book the Holiday Inn, they're pretty decent.
Right, and Intercontinental, Climpton's, I think, are part of it. There's a whole array of them. But the place we stayed was great. And a nice little travel hack, the Holiday Inn Express was right next to the Holiday Inn Resort, which the Express would have been $53 a night. The Resort was $100 a night, I believe. And since they were right next to each other, we got to use all the amenities at the Holiday Inn Resort because we were IHG members and we were staying at the Holiday Inn next door.
So we got to use actually both pools were nice, but we got to use their pool, which had a sort of swim up bar.
That pool was much nicer. It had more shaded spots, but that was great and a total bonus. So note to self, get that IHG card. One thing that we did enjoy that we did was the driver that was bringing us back from the airport. Shout out to Dewa.
Hey Day,
you rock. And he asked if we needed a driver, and we said yes. He charged us $50 a day. We hired him for 3 days, and he took us to numerous places.
And some were his suggestion too. Solid suggestion.
Yeah, we had a lot of the hot spots.
Yeah.
We went to Padang Beach where they filmed the movie Eat, Pray, Love. That was really pretty. We went to Sulaban Beach where we had lunch.
Yes.
And that was pretty cool because you're very high up and the water is way below you, but you have this great view of all the surfers. And
it's a wide view. You can see it for a long
absolutely.
way. There's different good surfing spots. So it's a really fun space to hang out at.
Then we decided to go down to that beach.
Yeah, we did.
It was like Easy Rider in New Orleans going through all the mausoleums.
Yeah, it was.
It was this weird, narrow. How many steps was it? Since you like to count steps.
Oh, it was a lot of steps. I don't have an actual count, but there's also no uniformity to the steps.
No.
The height, the width. Some are very narrow and wide, and then all of a sudden you just get a drop that just sort of jars your knee, and you're like, oh my god, that was really a tough one. And we were sort of in the back of houses with weird things, but it was great. It was great down there.
And then when you get down there, we still are kind of wondering what's going on. We see a woman, very smart woman, selling snacks and beers and sodas and waters.
That somebody has carried down.
Yes.
Somebody has carried it down, yeah.
And so we're walking behind these boulders and all of a sudden it was, whoa!
Yeah.
It opens up to this beautiful view of the ocean and this great beach.
And the blue and the sand is white, sort of powdery sand, right? And the ocean is just super blue, and there's all these like gorgeous people with great bodies and surfboards.
Who are surfing all the time.
And you're just sort of like, oh, found my people.
That was actually very wonderful, but then again, going back up. So I don't think we would stay there, even though it seemed really fun, but
yeah,
I'm not walking up and down those stairs every day to get to the beach.
It was a lot.
And we do like the beach. Some people aren't fans of the beach and don't like sand and are more pool people. We're both.
Yeah, absolutely. If the sand is if the beach is close by, I'm probably a little bit more of a beach person, but a pool's okay too.
Absolutely. And either is awesome.
With day as well, we did half day tours, so we always had some downtime each day.
Right. He also took us to the, I may be slaughtering some of these names, and I'm really sorry. We did get a little bit of a correction a few times with our Australia video. But he took us to the Kakak fire dance.
It is about King Rama's wife Sita, who is kidnapped by the demon king Ravana, and the white monkey warrior Hanuman is tasked to find her.
I don't even know what I just saw.
It's a legend. It's
And you can follow the story.
Sure. And I mean, and they actually give you a little sort of program that talks about the story too, and it has it in your language.
But the amazing part is there's all these people who are making noises with their mouth that are the music and the beat are going on.
Yeah.
The rhythm that the play is going on. They make the sound sounded like monkeys. But yes, that was incredible.
Yeah. And I mean, it was almost like sort of, you know, you were feeling the rhythm too. I mean, you were sort of going with it. It was like, it was great. And there's some fire involved too.
Love that. The next day he took us to Seminyak, which is a really good place to shop. We didn't really spend very much time there at all because we're backpacking, so we're not shopping.
No, I mean, if we buy it, we have to carry it.
Then he took us to Bintang Beach, which was really fun if you like to do activities. They have parasailing, they have those bananas behind the boat. What else? I can't even remember all of them, but
And the paragliding. And
right. We ended up doing sea walking, which you get your sort of wetsuit on. They put weights around your waist. Then they give you this 20,000 leagues under the sea big bubble helmet.
That's heavy.
Really heavy.
That's heavy.
And then they just drop you.
I thought that there was going to be some instruction, you know. I was like, there's going to be a safety video. There's going to be all kinds of things we're going to have to do.
OSHA's going to tell us
Yeah,
what to do.
I mean, you know, it's going to be, and it wasn't. It was sort of like, you know, ma'am, sit. You know, you sit. They sort of just put the thing on you, and then they're like, okay, here. And then you get into the water, and they just push you down.
And then the weights take you the rest of the way.
And I mean, they just tell you, like, you know, don't move, you know, to move your head side to side. Don't do that.
The water will start coming in it.
You'll die. No, it's not like that. It's not even scary. It was really fun.
And I had a little issue with my ears not popping, and basically they just said take your hand underneath your helmet or whatever you want to call this, and you know, plug your nose, and it worked. It was
20,000 leagues under the sea.
It was one of those big
It's
bubble
funny.
things.
It really was.
But that was super cool, and there were really great fish we got to see, and so that was a lot of fun. We would have stuck around there longer, probably, and done a few other things.
Yeah, we
They
might
had
have ridden on the back
snorkeling and
of the
stuff.
banana boat. It looked
I
fun.
totally would have. Or the one that took off. Remember?
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
That looked-
But we were actually headed to Potato Head Beach Club, which people had told us we should go see, and it was a great place, and they were not wrong.
Oh no, it was great. It was a really good setup.
Right.
Very
and they
good.
were so into recycling and the environment. They had
No single use items at all.
Right.
Throughout the place, it was. But they had like a plastics kind of almost like an extruding machine as they were recycling things that was running along the side of the building behind glass, and you could see that.
and everything. Their menus were on recycled plastic. They had furniture, a lot of their statues. They have a whole display of this heart when you're going into Potato Head Beach, and it's all made out of old flip-flops that have been left behind. So it was really cool.
And their cocktails were not to be sneezed at.
Not at all, and the food was really good.
The service was great. They were very attentive. Lots of young people, definitely a young vibe. DJ,
Yes.
there was a DJ playing. We enjoyed it, but you know, probably the oldest people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
but we still loved it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're okay with being the oldest people. It was definitely worth a visit. I would
Yes.
say spend the day there, have some fun.
Yeah, and it was just chill. Then we went to Tagalong Rice Terrace. And we got into crazy dresses, and they put us on swings. Now, if you know anything about us, or have watched any of our other videos, you will see this is pretty much our...
We're in t-shirts.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So this was definitely an experience.
And they were long, flowy dresses, and
they're sort of just pinned as well. I mean, they're actually just, you go pick your color.
right.
And everybody gets the same size. It's just, and it's a lot of fabric. And then you go into this like cubicle, essentially, and this woman like just comes in and starts manhandling you and pinning things and wrapping them around you and whatever, and then you're good to go. I mean, that was it. Off we went.
And then they have like 6, maybe 7 different places they take pictures, which are swings. And because you're in these long flowing fabrics, it's actually quite pretty.
Well, I'm sure now, as we're speaking about this, I'm sure that we will have
Yes.
put pictures of the two of us, and it was
We laughed
fun.
a lot.
We did laugh a lot. Yeah. Would we do it again? Probably not, but it was great fun.
Yes,
I'd say go do it just because the photos are funny.
they are. And something that we've learned, the tour guides are amazing photographers. And the places you go that we've
I
been
agree.
that are showing you around and stuff, they are top-notch photographers. It's great because then I don't have to worry about taking pictures, and Sandra didn't really either.
And they taught me some things about my phone that I didn't even know I could do.
That's
So
right.
that's great.
And then we went to, I think, our favorite place in Bali,
Oh,
the Pura Torta Pool, the water temple.
it was
Yes.
it was spectacular. Oftentimes going into these things, it's like, well, there's a water treatment, take your swimsuit and there's a water treatment thing and you're going to do, and I'm immediately a little uncomfortable. But it
Being in
was
your thong?
yeah, me and my no. But I don't know. So I was a little anxious about it, but it was so cool.
So beautiful.
I would go back there again in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was super, I don't know, it was super calming. It was really, I don't know, it felt cleansing. It felt really
good for the soul.
It totally, yeah. It was very spiritual and amazing.
When you walk in, it's this whole process, and they give you these outfits. So you put your bathing suit on, and then you have more fabric-y type
Yeah,
dresses.
fabric wrapped around you.
Theme for Bali. You give an offering to the gods, and then you start going, and it's all these different water spots that come out.
Yeah.
And certain ones you cannot go into because they're when someone has passed away or for different things. And they guide you through the whole process. And it's, you basically say your prayers to whoever that is you want to pray to, and move
And
to
there's
each
a whole
one.
sort of, ritualistic, there's a whole ritualistic sort of scooping water, into your, onto your face and washing your face and doing that like 3 times and then dipping your head, just completely submerged 3 times. And it's sort of counting and it's all very,
It was beautiful.
yeah, I liked it a lot.
And the guide we had made amazing shells. He would take these shells and with a Dremel make beautiful designs. We'll put them up. We'll put his link down below, but you see from these pictures, they're incredible. And then those were the 3 tours we went on. Dewa also set up for us to get massages
Yes.
at Royal Orchid Spa.
It was a little bit of a drive out, sort of away from where we were, but it was well worth it. It was so nice.
3 hours, and that was $78 each.
Yes, $78 each, but within that we had so many different treatments. It started out with
The fragrant flower bath.
yes, that was like a bath that was just petals, right? It
Yes.
was just petals, petals. It felt so good. And then you had a foot wash, body scrub,
Massage.
yeah, Balinese massage, which was a little different. It was great, loved it.
And the milk moisturizing, which if you've been to,
King Spa,
yes,
or a Korean spa. I think that's sort of a place, isn't it? Just generally where that's a thing, sort of the warm milk bath. It's bizarrely great.
and then I got a foot massage, and you got a facial and shoulder, more of a more shoulder massage.
Shoulder and head.
Yes,
I got shoulder and head. I had a shampoo and a massage and all that kind of stuff. It was great.
and that place was beautiful. The people who worked there were so kind and so sweet. And then they gave us some light bites and tea, and it was a wonderful experience. Dewa waited for us the entire time outside.
Yeah.
And then brought us back to our hotel. I thought the food in Bali was very good.
I did too. We had breakfast included at our hotel. and that was quite an experience because it was many cultural foods. There was a whole Indian section, which I've really been crazy about. I love that. Who doesn't want curry for breakfast?
Also remember we went with Dewa and sat on the beach and had amazing seafood with a band playing.
Yeah, that was nice.
And our favorite little place was Nuka's, which was a restaurant that was owned by a woman. She had since retired and her daughter took it over. And her daughter was older than us, I would say.
Or our age.
Yeah.
Early 60s, late 50s.
Oh, older than us. And it was great. If you're ever there, you'll notice it because it has a sign on it that says home of cold beer or bloody cold beer.
Bloody cold beer. And I was like, I want a bloody cold beer.
So that's how we ended up there.
Yeah.
Twice.
And she was very nice. And the food was great.
Yes.
The food was solid.
We did actually see some new food, a onigiri, which is very popular. They're rice balls. They're triangular or round, wrapped in seaweed and filled with savory ingredients like chicken mayonnaise. I am much more adventurous and I pretty much try everything now. This was early on in the trip and I didn't, and now I'm kind of a little sorry I didn't attempt to try it.
I'm glad that you didn't, because we've, so far we've healthy stomachs throughout this.
Yes, everybody talks about Bali belly and no issues whatsoever.
No.
We ate at a lot of different places.
Yeah, we did. A lot of different foods.
If anything, we wanted to get a pedicure, and you might want to be a little selective where you go. The first place we went, which was by our hotel, so we thought, great, this is convenient. I think
Getting pedicures, and there was no water involved.
They started with manicures though, thank God.
Yeah, but again, like no water, no washing, no.
No, and she kept clipping my fingers with the. I think she might have been high.
Yeah, not sure.
but yeah.
Make sure you go to do your research.
Exactly.
Read reviews. Definitely read reviews because they're important.
That was a very interesting thing. Then we did have a fabulous pedicure after that. So
yeah, absolutely.
No harm, no foul.
Yes.
We actually got to see some live music. We had kind of missed it. We didn't see much live music in Australia.
We were wandering around and it was called, was it Heaven
7?
Heaven 7 or something, and there was a reggae band playing.
Which was a lot of fun. We met their family.
Yes. And there was a guy that was my age. I mean, he was definitely 60, who was dancing the whole time.
Yes.
Like getting sort of down, on the floor, rolling on the floor, dancing and getting up. And I was like, God, wow, that guy's fit.
Yeah. So our reflections on Bali.
I feel like we missed something.
I think so. It was beautiful. It's very ornate. There are statues of different gods and legends that are just amazing and beautiful all over.
And they're like, this is like sort of famous battles that everybody knows, that these different gods.
Ungura Rai, I think is the one, which sounds a little bit like a David Goliath sort of thing, a few men against an army, and they came out as the victors. And there's a huge statue with all the people,
all the characters.
So that was really interesting. Would we go back?
I don't know.
We didn't dislike it, and I know we're probably going to get some hate saying, well, you only went to the tourist places.
We wanted to really like it.
We really did.
Not sure.
And I don't know that we would go back, only because there are so many countries in Southeast Asia. But if you want to drop your suggestions of where we should go, then we would love to check those out.
Yeah, I like to say that we wouldn't go back to Bali is probably not true. I suspect that we will.
It's just not tops on our list.
Right. But, a swim-up bar vacation on the beach and whatever, it's not a bad place.
So hit that like and subscribe, and you'll keep hearing about all of our adventures or misadventures.
And if you hit subscribe, it will notify you every time we drop an episode. So subscribe, hit that button.
And we are Two Broads Abroad. Sandra, Renee, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next about Malaysia.
And we will have that a week from now.